Welcome back to Mac and Wise Podcast. Thank you guys for stopping by. You could have been anywhere in the world, but thank you for stopping by here. I know time is the most precious thing in the world. You can get back anything, but you can't get back time. So we appreciate you stopping by. Today I wanted to come because I was really sad and I was thinking about a lot of things. Over the course of a couple of months, a lot of people that I love passed away, and I was really saddened by that, and I was sad to understand. I was listening to a guy, and he's a motivational speaker, and his name was Les Brown, and it was something profound that he said. He said a lot of people go to their grave without really living their life, and what do you mean by that? They didn't find a purpose, or their purpose in life. They didn't achieve the goals that they set out to achieve, and some people didn't even set out to achieve any goals because they were stagnated. And it was something that was so profound because he said, live your life and do all the things that you can while you're still living, because you don't get a second chance and a second go around. I took that and I stepped back a little bit and I just started thinking about how can I live my life full and die empty. And what that means is, how can I do all the things that I want to accomplish where I do as much as I can before I leave this planet and be satisfied of what I did. So I started trying to come up with a plan to execute on some of the things that I wanted to do. And the more I listened to him, and then I turned to Jim Rohn, and basic moral of the story is that in life we have to go all out while we're here. And what that means is anything that you're passionate about and you find in your heart to do it to the extreme where there's no turning back. Do it to the extreme where as you feel that you gave everything you had until you couldn't do anything else. So when I was listening to these motivational speakers and I was thinking about it, and I was saying, so what do I do in order for me to live fuller? And what can I do to find what purpose I have on this planet? And some people's purpose are their kids, some people's purpose are to get degrees, some people want fortune, some people want fame. And so, and all of those things, only thing that really makes you happy is when you fulfill a purpose. And then there's always another purpose. So say for instance, you wanted to finish college, and you finished college. Now you have to find another purpose in order for that energy to build and regain, so you can strengthen yourself to continue on growing. So there's always going to be something continuously making you motivated when you have different purposes. So I sat down and I started thinking, and I said to myself, well, in order for me to fulfill my first purpose, I have to set some goals. What is going to be my short-term goal? What is going to be my long-term goal? And then when I sat down and I started thinking about it, well, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What do I love to do? And so I've actually been doing some of the things that I love to do for a very long time. Passion is my fashion. If you ever looked at any of my YouTube channel or my website or any place that I am on the media, you would see that I own a clothing store. Hence, that's why all of these mannequins are in front of you, because we also cultivate and define all of our items. And I'll go into that a little bit later. So when I found out my passion a long time ago, I started going about figuring out how to do different things in what I love to do. Which, what I'm saying is, I found out where, to go get material. I found out where to go get sewers. I found out about the machines. I found out about the different venues that you can place your items in. And so it's become a long journey of mine to actually execute on the things that I'm passionate about. And I continue to grow, and I'm glad you guys are on this journey with me. So as I grow, you can grow. Um, I also had the privilege of listening to a few people that's financially literate lately. When I was younger, they didn't have media outlets where people was able to tell you about different strategies in order for you to be financially set or financially free, or even financially get yourself in a position where you can open up different um, venues. What I mean by that is you can open up if you want to open up a clothing store, you open up a clothing store. If you wanted to go into real estate, you can go into real estate. If you wanted to do stock, you can do stock. If you want to stock options, you can do stock options. And this wasn't privy to me when I was young coming up. You know, they didn't have this wide world internet that they have now. And so when I started learning about different things and different strategies on how to obtain finances through different sources, you know, I came upon a guy that was really good. Shout out to my man, Bella Sloan. Shout out to him because I first learned about, you know, banking and how to go to banks and how to go about getting financing through different programs that he actually explained the whole thing in great detail before he even asked for some money. So I like that part. Radical Marketer is another guy that truly actually about his business, and he has receipts to prove it. So on this journey, it was just not mental; it was also financial. And so when I sat back and I started to analyze myself and my purpose, and I didn't know at first how to go about getting the finances in order for me to obtain these different venues and different things that I wanted to do, or how to structure them. And so once I found out through these different channels of how to go about going to a bank and getting financing, I was able to go there, get financing. So once I got the financing, then I needed to structure, well, what do I do with the finances before so I can get a different stream of income? So we wound up getting a salon, which is passive income, and we wound up getting a trucking company, which is another passive income, because we don't drive, we hire a driver, and they drive. As far as the salon, we hire people to go in there and do their job in order for us to receive passive income. But the whole thing about it is, even when you get in passive income and you're making a little bit of money, the whole thing about it, if your spirit is not right, if you are not happy, then all the money in the world is not going to do anything for you, because you have to be leveled. Whereas you're not only making money, but you also mentally and emotionally stable. Because a lot of people that make a lot of money, you can see them, they unhappy. It's not that money makes them. I mean, of course you can buy a lot of things and you don't have to worry about your lights being cut off or you want another meal or anything of that nature, or you feel like if you want to travel, you can travel and you can buy what you want. But if you emotionally unhappy and unstable, you're prone to commit suicide, like a lot of these comedians and artists, or go into addiction, like a lot of these artists and comedians. And you know, we see it. I'm in the Auburn community all day, and we see it all day long. You know, people gave up because they're not mentally stable, and they don't have what I call motivation to do things and better their life. And so that's why I was glad when I was going into my little stupor. I was glad that I was able to go into what I call the media and find, these different motivational speakers. You know, Jim Rohn and Les Brown, and people that actually give you some insight. So when you feeling down or things ain't working out or things ain't going according and your life is not, you're not accomplishing your childhood dreams and your rich person fantasies, and then you look at these people that are actually accomplishing things, even though they're handicapped, They don't have arms. They go into the Olympics, and they're not giving up on their dreams because they have a purpose. They have something that they want to do and accomplish. And once you have that something that you want to do and accomplish, it seems like you motivate yourself and you go against all odds to defeat anything that stands in your way. So that was a blessing that I was able to listen to, because I was going, like I said, my mental, losing a lot of people these last couple of years, my mental was unstable and I needed to really, really focus. And once I started listening to the motivational speakers, and I stood to myself, I want to live full and die empty. And what that means, I want to give everything I got while I'm here to accomplish all my dreams. And then when I pass, everything that I had done, I'll feel like I gave everything I could. And that would be a blessing, not only to me, but to people around me. Because when you're doing things that make you feel good and you're accomplishing things, you also bringing people and joining them, and you getting things done. Because no success is without people. You got to have a team. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur, you do taxes, you do commercials, whatever you do, you need a team around you that can help you build whatever your desires are. So when you bring people around you and you're making them happy because you're giving them a space where they can grow and develop their own talents, and that's a blessing. So without any, I don't want to bore you guys, but I just had to come on and let you know that sometimes we all need a little motivation, some inspiration, and once you get the inspiration, then you get dedicated, and your dedication and inspiration makes you elevate. So I'm gonna give a little spat, and I'm gonna come around this table, because we located here at 396 Springfield Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. And what we do is we customize and making clothes. So this is an outfit that we made. Let me come around here and just give you a brief. This is something that we made. It's a complete patchwork set that we made with the hat. We also made this complete cloth material with leather, with the matching hat, with everything that goes. We also made a varsity leather that we created in the design. And we also made all leather camouflage pants with the snaps that come off. We located here at 396 Springfield Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. Or you can find us on our website, MacandWattsCollections.com, or you can see us on our podcast, Mac and Watts Podcast. And if you like it, hit like, subscribe, and when you get the notification and when you subscribe, we'll give you merchandise at 10% off. And if you get something custom made, we give you something at 20% off. Peace.